Morning, everybody. It's Dr. Kenton Wakes Up. I'm Dr. Kenton. Today is Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. You made it. As you know, Mondays are for meetings. Sometimes they can get awful long. Yesterday, I was greeted this morning with the text message from a friend asking me if I'm all right, if things had shaken off my walls and such. Because apparently there was an earthquake yesterday around 10. I'm trying to put together in my mind where I would have been at 10 o'clock. And I would have been, well, I'd have to get all my messages out. I think I probably was standing in my office at work. Which, okay, so they, in the reporting of the earthquake, they mentioned the one from 2011. And that one occurred closer to Washington, D.C. and damaged the Washington Monument and did a bunch of things that, well, in 2011 I was at work and I felt that one. That it sounded and felt like somebody had driven a large construction truck into the building. You know, like they're backing the truck up and they hit the building with the truck. So I called the police, campus police, and asked them if there was a problem at the construction site because they were building the liberal arts building right about then. And the person on the phone told me no, that everybody has reported it, and in the inimitable police speak, the last word before they bid me adieu was stand by. I didn't feel the one yesterday. Nobody around me yesterday asked me if they felt anything either. It was apparently the epicenter was north of here, and maybe I don't know. Maybe the rumbling didn't make it across a boundary, a subterranean boundary of some sort. I don't know. I'm not a geologist, but I can say I didn't feel it. And if I was in my car at the time, that would make some sense. But nobody that I work with asked about it. But there are people down near the water who asked me. Yeah, I got onto campus at 9:30 yesterday, so I would have been in my office by 10. Anyway, yeah, it's not an issue. So if you're curious about whether Dr. Kenton, was implicated or involved or affected by the earthquake, I can just give you the straight answer. The straight answer is no. In fact, I didn't know until almost 24 hours later. In the cup today is Mayorga Cubano Roast. It's very tasty. I picked mine up at Costco. One of those I think it was probably 3-pound bag. Maybe 2 pounds. I don't know. Anyway, that's the coffee for today. As always with Coffeemate. Yesterday was the first day of classes on campus. I was surprised at the seeming lack of visible students and the seeming abundance of available parking spots. First day of classes is never that easy to get onto campus, never as easy to get around campus. can't account for it. I don't know what it is. I mentioned it to one of my colleagues, and she suggested perhaps people are just skipping the first day. Maybe. I had my first round of meetings yesterday. The meeting that had been a typical Tuesday afternoon fixture is now Mondays immediately after lunch, so that's good. I don't have to, one day a week, just jam all the meetings in there. That's fine. Mondays are already dead to me. Well, anyway, today I've got a list of things that I need to work on. Over the weekend, I recognized that perhaps my devotion to a particular software was getting in the way of me actually being able to do things in a less friction, not friction less, but less friction way. To be able to click a link and get right to the document that I intend to work on. And that it was perhaps getting in my way a little. And that's, it's a good realization. So I spent an amount of time yesterday that was a little bit, it didn't have to take as long as it did because of some shortcuts that I developed and discovered. But, yeah, I'll know for the future when I do it elsewise. Anyway, today, as I said, is Tuesday. Tuesday is ordinarily a day when I would be preparing for some admin. But as I said, my meeting schedule is a little different this semester. I do need to get to the grocery store or do take more careful attention of what ingredients I have in the house. I've got a big bag of collard greens, for example, that I'd like to use up. I've got a bag full of red lentils that I'd like to use up. So, if you got any good recipes. All right, everybody. Have a great Tuesday. Love you, bye.